The perception box is a tool to help understand your audiences better, so you can design effective campaign messages to reach them. Once you have identified the specific group or individual who you are interested in communicating with, such as through a spectrum of allies analysis, you can use this tool to get out of your own mind frame and emphasize with communities you want or need to work with. It helps us imagine how others are feeling and use any information we have at hand about them. Crafting clear messages for different target audiences is central in your campaign planning, and messages need to be tailored to the different target groups. Preaching to the choir alone won't strengthen your movement, nor weaken the opposition. Draw 4 quadrants. We about us, or how do we perceive ourselves? They about us? How might they perceive us from their position? Us about them? What is our perception of them? They about them? How do they perceive themselves? And finally, leave room for the message that you will use to reach this group based on the analysis. Let's try it with an example. Imagine a crude oil pipeline will be built in your area that would displace communities and put the environment at risk. Who would the passive allies be, and how could we activate them? They might be students, urban communities not directly affected, journalists from progressive media institutions, or farmers' associations. Can you shift a farmers' association from passive to active ally using the same messaging or approach as with student groups? Just by falling in the same category does not make one message equally impactful. We need to be selective and clinical to move groups to the left. Let's focus on a farmers' association. We about us.
We are concerned citizens who care about the people, the land, and the planet.
They about us.
They are activists with good values but are too radical.
Us about them.
They have good values, are well-connected, representing farmers across the country, but don't do enough for the environment.
They about them.
We are cultivating the land to provide food for our families, and we are not involved in politics.
Message, talking points.
We share the same values about the planet, land, and biodiversity. Farmers could benefit if we use your network and influence to try to stop this pipeline. You want to contribute to improved rural livelihoods, but farmers will lose their lands if this project goes ahead.
In a nutshell, targeted messaging helps us frame issues and solutions in a way that speaks to a specific audience's values and concerns and will increase the likelihood of engagement and support. Effective messages counter misconceptions that two groups have about each other and aim to bridge differences based on how each group perceives themselves. Don't just make assumptions about communities. Do your research to understand their needs, challenges, and incentives to act.